Welcome to So I Think You Should Fuck,
where we think you should bang,
schmang,
shag, smash,
do the deed,
bonk, get down to business.
You know, fuck. In other words, we are playing matchmaker.
We are 5 second-year journalism majors who are working behind the scenes to make this show possible. All of us currently attend Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo, and our goal is to set up 2 students on a blind date.
They could already know each other, or they could be complete strangers.
Essentially, we are bringing them here and we'll set them up in the studio so they won't be able to see each other, separated by our trusty little cardboard divider.
We will then begin to dish out a series of icebreaker questions. Each round will get a little bit more out of pocket and dirtier to hopefully get the sparks flying.
No, but really, there's no pressure for our guests to be anything romantic after this show. How they proceed with their love lives is all up to them.
The goal, however, is that they choose to go on a second date, and for us to maybe be attending their wedding sometime soon.
With that being said, let us get into it.
And now that you know all of us, let's get to know the lovebirds.
Hi, I'm Joey Curry. I'm a second year at Cal Poly. My dating life is kind of spicy. I've been hoeing around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say I'm really looking for anything serious right now, but, you know, if the right person came along, then I'd be there for it.
Hi, my name is Lily Hansen. I'm a second-year communications major. As far as my dating life goes, it's a little bit non-existent right now, but, you know, that's why hopefully this episode will turn that around.
Welcome to our first episode of So I Think You Should Fuck,
where we think you should fuck.
So super exciting stuff. So glad you guys can make it.
I know. Thank you so much for being here today with us on this podcast.
No problem.
The 2 people that are hosting today are Jordan Treble, that is me.
And I'm Lauren Emo. All right. So for anyone who, well, obviously no one can see our setup right now, but the way that it is set up is Lily and Joey are facing each other with a styrofoam divider in between them.
But the styrofoam actually has a white sheet on top of it, so it kind of looks like a tablecloth, and we have a few flowers and rose petals by the microphones. Okay, so to start off our show, we are going to do a level 1 icebreaker, kind of just like to get the vibes going, to like literally break the ice.
Anyways, so we are going to be doing a series of different icebreaker questions, different levels. Each level will get a little more deep, and in between, that's what she said, and in between there is going to be some games that we'll play, and it's great.
I'm Joey.
I'm Lily.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Aww, this is cute.
I know, right?
This is really cute. I'm really excited right now, guys. All right, anyways.
I'll start things off. I'll go for the first question. What would you order at a coffee shop, Lily?
My go-to order is a dirty chai. So a chai tea latte with a shot of espresso, sometimes 2 if I'm feeling crazy. Always iced.
I'd get black coffee.
Black coffee.
That's intense.
I'm pretty basic.
What's your favorite coffee shop? Where would you choose to go?
That's a good question. So I'm a huge Dutch Bros fan.
Oh, same.
My best friend works at Dutch Bros. He's there all the time. So, you know, I got to visit my buddy at work and, of course, get some coffee. So
Dutch Bros is the best. At home, there's a Dutch Bros. There's 5 within 5 minutes of me. So going here is really a struggle to not drive 30 minutes.
Are you from Oregon?
I am from Oregon.
Oh, where in Oregon?
I'm from Portland, like
Okay.
right by the airport.
I got you. My buddy's from Medford.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
The next question for you two is, okay, I want you to walk us through your ideal day from start to finish. Wake up and then go to bed. What do you do? Joey, we'll start with you.
Okay. I wake up fairly early, like 6:37. Usually earlier, but on my ideal day, I'd sleep until like 6:30. Wake up, have a coffee, sit in the Adirondack chair in my front yard, and, like, watch people walk. I'm a people watcher. I'd definitely go to the beach. I'd drive on the beach, hang out with some buddies, come back in the afternoon, and then, you know, how am I allowed to, like?
You can talk about alcohol.
How'd you know?
I know you.
and then black out. No 2 ways about it.
So I genuinely don't understand how you can say sleeping in until 6:30. I would wake up at like 11, probably.
Why so late? Isn't that like unproductive at that point?
Oh, but it's my ideal day. I don't have to be productive. So
Hey, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
So no schoolwork is being done. I would probably also go to the beach with friends. Probably smoke on the beach would be an ideal day for me. Go shopping for sure with somebody else's money. Come back, have fun with my friends, do something with my friends, I would say.
You know what? To me, that sounds like a pretty ideal day.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Should we move on to this next question?
I think we should move on to this next question.
Okay.
Please.
For the next question, in 3 words, how would your closest friends describe you? Lily, you can answer this first.
Oh, God. I would say loud, funny, energetic.
Okay, funny, alcoholic would probably be the second one. That sounds terrible, but I'm in love with beer. And then,
Can I finish this?
yes.
Opinionated.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
It's not alcoholism until you're out of college.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if you knew me, you might think differently. An asshole might be thrown in there if
Yeah.
I'm not in a good mood.
In the mix, I would say.
Yes.
Great first date going
What?
so
What?
well
You
so far.
Do you want me to lie and say like
No,
I'm
no,
the
no,
nicest person
never.
on planet Earth? Like,
No,
I'll have a bad day.
I mean,
honest.
I'm not always the nicest either.
Yeah.
that's
We're
true.
being honest here.
Honesty is the best policy.
How are we feeling?
Yeah,
Good.
I'm
Can we
ready.
get a little vibe check
Good
real
at-
quick?
Yeah, vibes are good.
Vibes are good.
Vibes are
Good. Good. Okay. Just loosening up a little bit.
Loosen it up.
This one you might have to take out your phone to figure out
If
and
you guys
remember
don't know it from
If you
the
don't
top
know
of your
it.
head.
by heart. But
Whoa, Joey was so quick to whip out his phone.
I know, Lily, you're slacking
I'm
over
sorry.
here. So they both have their phones out in front of them, and the question I'm going to ask them is, what's in your Tinder bio? If you have Tinder.
I think they both do.
I don't have a bio.
You don't have a bio?
I don't know if that's a red flag, but
Well,
I don't have a
is
bio.
there a section of like your interests that you put on there?
Oh, yeah.
Or Joey, you look as if you may
Good.
have an interesting Tinder bio. Do you want to share it with us?
You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The friend that works at Dutch Bros, Grayson, he actually made my Tinder bio for me 2 days ago, and I didn't have a bio before this, but it's kind of sad. It says boots, trucks, and country music. That's all it says, which is so stupid. I don't know why that's there, but
What does that
you know.
mean? Like, you're looking for girls who... like, wear boots?
To be honest with you, man, I don't know.
He's simply looking for boots.
I'm just looking for a new pair of boots.
Looking
actually.
for no women, only boots, trucks, and country music. If you
It
qualify
sounds like
as
you want to date a man, to be honest.
I don't think that's quite what I'm looking for.
no,
No,
Okay.
I mean, I wear boots, I have a truck, and all I listen to is country music. So I think that's what he meant.
I don't have a bio, but my interests...
Yeah,
I
maybe just talk
listed-
about your
her
interests.
interests are
No.
boots, trucks,
Yeah.
and country music.
My interests are outdoors, music, skiing, and secondhand apparel. Those are the things
Okay.
I listed.
What was the
bio.
last thing you said?
Secondhand apparel,
So like thrifting.
like thrifting.
Like thrifting.
Oh, okay, I got you. Like Goodwill bins and stuff.
Yeah, find some
Okay.
boots in the Goodwill bins.
Yeah, not a fucking no shot.
No shot. You're not gonna.
No, you won't find boots in Goodwill bins.
Have you checked?
Yes, trust me.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Next question. What's your biggest fear, and why?
This is so embarrassing. Birds, and I will elaborate. So when I was little, I went to the zoo with my dad, and there were peacocks like running around the zoo, like not in cages. And if you've ever heard the shrieking sound of a peacock, it's really horrible and terrifying. I did, in fact, get chased by a peacock at the zoo when I was like 4 or 5. And I'm traumatized for life. So birds, specifically like large birds like peacocks, ostriches.
Hot take: birds are not scary.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one.
They're birds.
Yeah.
You're telling you think
Exactly.
you'd lose to a bird in a fight?
I would lose to a peacock in a fight.
Okay, it's a peacock. Like, see how like without all the feathers, they're probably tiny as all get out.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Joey, what's your biggest fear?
Heights. I don't do heights.
You
Do you have
don't
any-
do heights.
No, ma'am.
You got any height stories? Times you were really scared shitless? Just
I went to the Eiffel Tower, and I kid you not, I could not go near the outside railing when I was at the like top-ish area because I was scared that I was gonna fall off because I've fallen off stuff before.
yeah, I've actually heard before that the fear of heights is not necessarily the fear of
It's the fear
heights
of falling.
The fear of falling.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to fall.
Yeah.
That would suck.
yeah.
Heights are actually my second biggest fear next to birds, so I feel you on that. I can't do heights.
Yeah, heights are not fun.
No. I also do think it's just the fear of falling that's scarier than just like being in a high place.
All right, moving on. We are now into another round. This round being called Never Have I Ever. Have you guys ever heard of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just got such a lovely look from Joey. He rolled his eyes at me, and I think he's a little nervy, if I'm being honest.
We got some pretty fun questions going on in here. But you guys will actually be the ones facilitating the Never Have I Ever. So we have some cards. We're going to take a back seat real quick, but we might jump in if we hear something interesting.
So our lovely co-producer, Ashley, just handed them 5 cards, and these 5 cards are Never Have I Ever prompts that we have previously written.
So for any listeners out there who have not ever played Never Have I Ever, the way that it works is you say a statement, and if you have done that, then you have to put a finger down. But instead of putting a finger down, we'll do a little sound for if they have done it. So like we'll have them put a finger down now here in person, and we'll do a little sound if they have to put a finger down for it, and then we can talk about it.
We can talk about it.
This is the sound that we'll play.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. Joey's done it, and then 1, 2, 3. Lily's done it.
All right. So, are y'all ready? Who starts?
After you.
All right. Let's start off with a bang. Never have I ever done long distance. I have indeed done long distance.
How was that? Well,
Interesting. It didn't work out, clearly.
Because now we're here.
Yeah. No, it was just way too difficult, and it was too much of a distance, and I didn't want to do long distance anymore.
fair. Yeah. All right, I'll go then. Never have I ever shoplifted.
They both have done it.
It's called an employee discount from Ralph's.
Yeah. I've never shoplifted from Ralph's, but in high school I did go through a little bit of a shoplifting phase. Yeah. I'm not necessarily proud of it, but all right. Never have I ever lost money while gambling.
So Joey has indeed done that.
And would you like to tell us the
Yeah,
story?
I'm
Joe?
curious to hear it.
Would we like to discuss?
Okay, so I've lost money on betting a few times. Sports betting I've lost money on, and like a casino gambling I've lost money on. But I mean, that's just like, it's like not a lot of money. Just
Okay.
like some spare change.
For the girlies that are listening back home, how much money, if we would like to disclose,
For what?
how much money have you lost gambling?
Under $1,000 is the number I will give.
Never have I ever snooped through someone's phone.
Was your ex-boyfriend's phone?
It was my ex-boyfriend's phone. I feel like
Why'd
that's
you
a
do
little
it?
bit better.
Why'd you do it though?
Curiosity, to be
Oh.
honest.
What'd you find?
I didn't find anything.
Oh, that's boring.
You know, it would have been better if I did. I mean, not for me, but for the store purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be for the plot.
Yeah, for sure. No, I've never found anything bad.
All right. Next question.
Okay. Never have I ever greened out.
So you both have. Do you want to share the stories?
Last night.
Oh my gosh. Do tell. What happened? Where were you?
I was at my house with one of my roommates, and he's like, "You want to smoke?" And I go, "Yeah." You know, we know our OG Kush, but we're not the biggest weed smokers, and we smoked it out of a plastic water bottle. Let's just say it didn't go so well.
That's tough.
Yes.
I have only greened out once, and it was, I think, my sophomore year of high school, and it was from a dab pen. I hit it one time and then projectile vomited in my friend's basement.
Was there alcohol involved?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably.
Okay.
Probably there was. I hit the pen literally one time and then thought I was hallucinating, and it was not fun, but that was the only time I've greened out, and I would say I smoke more than the average person.
Yeah. I mean, I don't smoke all that much, but when I do, it usually never ends well because it's usually when I'm hammered. So.
Okay, yeah.
I will say I remember getting a little phone call from Joey last year, actually, the contestant Joey that's sitting right next to us.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this.
And he was a little upset on the phone and was like, I might need to go to the hospital. And my friends and I were like, oh my God, please come to our dorm room so we can assess the situation. Was it your toe or was it your lip? I can't remember.
It was my lip. I got in a fight.
With a tree.
Yes.
After smoking some weed.
Yes, it was terrible.
The tree won, by the way.
The toes was wine. Hot take. Wine drunks are different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never have ever skinny dipped.
I think I have before. I definitely did in high school.
I definitely have at Pirates.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
Yeah,
I think we were there for that.
You were. It was all of us, I think.
Yeah, no, not just me and Joey, to be clear.
Yes.
It was a whole group.
It was like 5 guys and like 7 girls or something like that.
That would make this really awkward.
Yeah,
Yes.
We're just trying to set you guys up on a date.
Yeah. It was a silly little wine Wednesday, and we decided to run in the water.
The Wine Wednesdays get you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
What happens on Wine Wednesdays stays in Wine Wednesdays.
Wine Wednesdays
End the
never
podcast.
end well for me.
Can we talk about some of Lily's experiences on one Wednesday? Would you like to tell us?
Oh, sure. Why not? So, the first Wine Wednesday experience, there were 2 things that happened over the course of 2 Wine Wednesdays. One, I was in my friend's dorm room, smoking out the window. I am just going along, and someone, I believe it was Lauren, goes, "Your hair's on fire." So I lit a huge chunk of my hair on fire while wine drunk, trying to smoke out of a window in Yakutsu.
That is so
The
cool.
entire, it was
That
a
is
quad.
so-
It was a quad, and the entire room filled up with the stench of her hair.
Yeah. Oh, so the next weekend, I chipped my tooth on a wine bottle, trying to chug it. Yeah.
So
a
what?
little embarrassing. It was a pretty humbling experience. Yeah.
Why do girls need help throwing up and going to the bathroom, and why is it always in a squad, and why the hell is that a thing?
Because moral support.
Because
helps
pee
so much.
parties
More
are so much
support
better
for
than the
going to
actual
pee?
party.
You get
Yeah.
lonely.
Yeah.
You're in the
can't-
bathroom for a minute.
Okay,
max.
but also, like, what about when you're at a party and you need to go to the bathroom, but you need your friend to go with you because something could happen to you along the way, or you get lost, or
there's a long line.
or there's a long line, and you can't find your friend afterwards.
Yeah.
Or sometimes bathroom breaks are just to talk.
About boys.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
That's very true. And there's always the mirror pictures in the bathroom. That's a whole experience.
It's a whole experience.
It is a whole experience. It's not just going pee. There's so much more to
There's
it.
so much more to it.
Yeah.
Or even like going to the bathroom with strangers at parties.
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
you
like,
meet new friends.
You meet new friends, you pee in front of strangers.
Yeah, I've heard about that. That seems
Yeah.
so weird to me. Never have I injured myself while drunk. Would you like me to tell my story first?
Oh, please, be my guest.
All right, Wine Wednesday. Me and my buddy John, current roommate right now, decided that, you know what, longboarding indoors is a genius idea. So we longboarded outside, longboarded inside their building, and then we had a little Wine Wednesday event. Wine Wednesday turned into killing a whole wine bag between like 3 or 4 people. That didn't finish well. Let's just say I tripped down a flight of stairs, somehow only stubbed 2 toes, and they were both my big toes that were bleeding. Because to preface this, last year, me and my friend John, we only walked around barefoot for no reason at all.
It was the weirdest thing. They would walk around in the dining hall, the library, you name it, they were barefoot.
It was kind of funny.
That's
gnarly,
really
just
horrible.
Dogs out.
Yeah, if
everywhere.
I
Dogs
walked
out.
into the dining hall and this dude is walking around with his dogs out in the dining hall, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Dogs out in the dining hall.
But to finish my story, I stubbed my toes. and they were bleeding. And then me and John made the trek back to our building from Sikawayu because we lived in Aloehe. And there was a blood-stained trail on the cement and all the way up the stairwell and to me and John's rooms and the bathroom and stuff.
Lovely.
And that lasted there until this year, actually. I saw it first quarter.
Oh my gosh, that's a good story.
Yeah, kind of wild.
Lily?
Let's go with the classic Pitbull story. There's so many to choose from, but this one is just really fun. So earlier this year, we went to the Pitbull concert in Fresno, and I, to start, shotgunned 3 surges in the bathroom of the hotel.
Wait, there were surges out during the Pitbull concert?
Yeah.
They were
How
like,
long
they
ago
were
was this?
This was like early, like mid-September, I
Fall
think.
quarter.
So this was like right when the surge wave was happening because they just created like the 12 packs of them. So I'm plastered. I get to the concert. I realize my wallet is not there. It has been stolen. I later found out. And the hotel room was right across from the venue, but it was separated by a highway. So I don't even think I just run across the highway.
You ran across the highway.
I was probably not exaggerating, like a foot away from getting hit by a car on the highway, going like fast. So I would have definitely had to go to the emergency room, and that was terrifying. Then I get to the motel. I realize my wallet is gone. I'm freaking out. I proceed to faceplant down a flight of concrete stairs outside the hotel room by myself. Everybody else is in the concert already.
So you're by yourself falling down flights of stairs?
Yes. Not
Okay.
just flights of stairs, but like outside, and they're like concrete stairs.
So like playing Frogger and then falling stairs. Okay.
So it was brutal. My face is bleeding. My hands are bleeding. I don't have my ticket or like any form of identification. And I just ran back and I guess kind of like snuck into the concert, and I made it, and I saw Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide was fantastic.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, she still saw Mr. Worldwide.
exactly. And that's all that mattered.
Anyways, let's move on to the next question.
Right.
Which, yeah.
Never have I ever ghosted someone.
I don't know if there's much to elaborate on that.
Not necessarily proud of it, but
How many people have you ghosted? Oh, the answer's going to be a lot, isn't it?
I really don't know. Maybe like 10 to 15 then.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is fair.
Valid.
It's a lot of human beings that you've hurt.
Okay, I don't know if I've heard
Lily's a
them.
heartbreaker.
I really can't justify it other than I do have a bad habit of ghosting people.
Why do you ghost people, do you think? A little therapy session.
Well, if we're getting really into it, I have a short attention span, and sometimes I just get bored, or like if I've hooked up with them and it was a bad experience, I
Fair.
just won't respond to them
That's fair.
again.
So, like, what's the next card, Joey?
Never have I ever gotten my fake taken or denied.
So both of you have.
Motav is terrible.
Yeah, why would you go there?
I don't know. I was 18 years old, a freshman, and drunk and thought it was lit.
I've actually only gotten my fake denied once. I've never got it taken, and I've never had an issue in SLO, even though I have a pretty bad ID.
Lily face-tuned her ID.
You face-tuned your ID?
I look like a Sims character, to be honest. And, like, it's a really bad photo, and it's like a really outdated one too, so it doesn't even look like how they look anymore. Never have I ever lied about my body count.
Why'd you do that, Joey?
People don't need to know my body count.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not something that needs to be brought up. Like, what you've done in your past should not matter. It's what you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Period. Yeah.
I likes that
Yeah,
answer.
good tone.
That's a
All
Yeah.
right, last never have I ever.
W. Never have I ever hit an animal with my car. I ran over a squirrel. Probably.
That was not a good time to use that sound. Anyways,
God.
but that was Joey's sound. So Joey has hit an animal.
Yes. You've never hit an animal with your car?
No, I've never hit an
You've
animal.
never like hit a squirrel or something?
No. No.
Okay, let me tell
I
you a story.
almost hit a raccoon once, but I didn't.
Okay, so I like a week ago, I was driving to Dutch Bros actually. I was like with a friend of mine, and she yelled at me and said there's a squirrel right there. So I like almost fully stopped. The squirrel like moved in front of my car. I fully stopped. I saw it scurry away, and then I started driving, and then it ran in front of me again, and I hit it. Complete accident, but kind of wild experience.
Well, it sounds like you tried to dodge it as best you could.
Yes,
so I
I
feel like
did,
that's acceptable.
Yeah, it wasn't like on I don't purposely hit animals.
Well, yeah, that's just a whole other thing.
Anyways, let's move in to the next segment of our show, which is level 2 icebreakers.
Oh,
We
we're
have-
moving.
We've moved from level 1 icebreakers to level 2.
It's getting a little crazy
all
out
right.
here.
Huge.
So the difference
is it getting
between
warm in here? Is that just me?
Yeah, it's-
I don't know.
Get a little
I have
hot.
to take my sweatshirt off.
I know, me too.
Hopefully it'll get a little hot and steamy because
After these
questions are going to be a little more out of pocket.
Out of
All right.
pocky.
Perfect.
I'm ready.
All right. So, first things first, what conspiracy theory do you firmly believe in and why? If there are any conspiracy theories that we believe in. What about birds being fake?
I wish.
Low key, I swear they might be fake, like pigeons. Like,
Pigeons are a little
Pigeons
suspicious.
when's the last
can't
time
be
you've seen a
real.
pigeon? I dead ass haven't seen one in a minute, and I've felt like I saw them all the time as a kid.
I think I saw some like 2 minutes ago, actually.
Maybe the pigeons, the government stopped mass producing pigeons.
So
They
they're
ran out
more
of
rare
money.
now?
Yeah.
Inflation.
Inflation. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
they're
Gas prices nowadays.
pigeonflation.
Pidgeflation.
Pigeonflation.
Pigeonflation.
What are major deal breakers for you and a partner?
And why?
So,
And
Lily.
Joey is pointing to Lily.
Oh,
Lily.
okay.
I don't know what we're gonna say here.
I
so
don't
I'm like,
know. Hating Taylor Swift is not allowed. First of all,
Mm.
I'm a large fan of Taylor Swift. I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie.
that's
My
really awesome.
My first concert was Taylor Swift. I saw,
No way.
I saw 1989 in concert in San Francisco at Levi Stadium.
Oh my god.
Okay,
It
you
was
just
kinda dope.
you just got so many brownie points for
Mm.
that. So
Got to wear
many.
little wristbands like lit up with the beat of the song. It was dope.
That's really awesome.
It's really fun.
The other day, Lily did mention to me that her type of person is the type of person that is willing to listen to Taylor Swift with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
true.
definitely you see. Good job, Joey. You got some points there.
Yeah.
Trustworthy is a big thing for me. Like you gotta be like I gotta be able to trust you.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of really basic answers. You have to like country music. If you don't like country music, mad problems.
Mad problems.
Oh, you gotta like driving. I love to go for drives and like
Me too.
listening to music. That's a big one for me.
I agree with that.
All right. These are some pretty solid answers. For the next question, I personally really like this question. Use a song title to describe your sex life. And here we have crickets. I'm not even going to make the
Can I
button.
look through Spotify?
Sure.
Can I look that music?
Yeah.
Use Spotify.
You have oh god.
Oh,
no.
No,
Jesus.
red flag. You use
Uh-oh.
Apple
She
Music.
said red flag. Red flag. We're gonna go with Wild Ones by Flo Rida.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm debating saying one like as a joke.
Say it.
Hate Being Sober by Chief Keef.
That was pretty good.
I can't think of like a serious one, so I'm gonna go with that. Oh, Upside Down by Ledger.
That's a good one.
All right, next question. What is your first kiss story? Joey.
Okay. My first kiss was a very close friend of mine. I was probably like 10. We were watching Scooby-Doo upstairs in her house, and I don't remember it all that well. All I know is that we had a babysitter because we were the same age and our younger siblings were the same age. So, like, our parents went out to dinner or something. We had a babysitter. And we locked ourselves in the bathroom and, like, I don't know, kissed or made out. I don't even remember what happened, but that was my first kiss. And it was kind of wild.
That's
I don't
really
know.
wild.
At 10 years old.
Yeah,
At 10 years old.
10 years
I was
old?
a player back in the day. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
Sounds like it.
Wow.
Lily, what about you?
It's really boring. I had a boyfriend in high school, and we were on his bed watching Haunting of Hill House.
Mm.
And then we just started making out, and that was it.
And the rest was history.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Do you have a specific song or movie that you lost your virginity to?
Lauren, you're doing me so dirty with this one. This is really embarrassing. It was a SoundCloud playlist of leaked Lil Uzi Vert songs.
Oh.
Really embarrassing.
What's the song?
I lost my virginity to The Social Dilemma.
I lost my virginity to the movie Rango.
Wait. You like the? Do you like the movie Rango?
I've never seen it.
I love the movie Rango.
It's a really good movie.
Our whole friend group has an inside joke where we always just watch Rango all the time.
Oh my God, you guys do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that we one night were super drunk, and instead of like turning the volume on for the TV, we put on the subtitles and we voiced out the characters for Rango for about 2
Oh my
2
gosh,
hours.
that would be really fun.
It was pretty fun.
Joey, do you remember what movie or song you lost your virginity to?
It's definitely a song because it was definitely in my car. I don't know. It was some like R&B, like kind of like slower. I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
We both have music.
Yeah, something like that.
I have a documentary, but we don't have to talk about that.
Rango.
This is second to last. Little raunchy. What is your most embarrassing sex story?
I think my most embarrassing sex story is probably throwing up on my boyfriend.
Wow.
We're getting right into it.
Joey.
Probably waking up multiple people in my dorm building because the bed was banging against the wall, and it was at like 7 a.m. in the morning, and a lot of people woke up and got mad at me. Yep.
This is good.
Good. All right. Last question. So, you two have been talking for a while, and you have yet to see each other in person. But just based off of emotional connection and getting to know each other without any physical aspect or seeing each other, from this point on, would you want to go on a second date?
And what would you guys do?
What would we do?
Would you go on a second date?
I would.
Yeah, I would. She's cool. She's nice.
Thank you. Where would we go?
What do you want to do for your second date?
Yeah.
It's her choice. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we both really like Dutch Bros. We could go to
Mm.
Dutch Bros. You said that you like drives too.
Yeah, we could go to Dutch Bros
to
and listen
Dutch
to some
Bros?
Taylor Swift.
That sounds perfect.
And then go to Arroyo Grande after, like the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
We are going to rip out the styrofoam board, and then the sheet will fall down. And so our two contestants will see each other, and you'll hear their live reactions.
Here we have Sophia and Ashley trying to figure out how to put this styrofoam.
Hi.
Here we
Nice
are.
to meet you.
Nice to
Oh my
meet you.
gosh. The two little lovebirds have met.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
This is so exciting.
This is so
I
exciting.
don't know how I'm supposed to react.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you want me to say?
First impressions, just off of what you see.
Yeah.
She's got curly hair.
She got
Yeah.
curly hair. And he got curly hair too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, off of seeing each other just physically, how are you feeling?
Good.
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 Yeah.
Still want to go on a second date?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for participating in this. This is our first ever episode of So I Think You Should Fuck. And I think all 5 of us think that you guys should fuck.
But seriously, though, your love life up until this point has been completely manipulated by us. It is now your turn to take it into your own hands. And whatever you do to proceed is all up to you. That was our show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lily and Joey, for being on our show and being so comfortable and open with us
Yeah,
today.
thank you for having us. It was super fun.
Yeah, of course.
fun.
Thank you so much.
We hope you all enjoyed listening to this sexy episode of So I Think You Should Fuck.
Follow us on Instagram at SITYSF Podcast to stay tuned on when our next love story will be out.
Thank you so much for listening, and we love you all.
Stay foxy, fuckers.